Kelly Anderson. I am the Animal Care Manager at the Maryland SPCA.
And I am Gail Cox. I am the owner of Hair Off the Dog Grooming, Salon, and Spa.
And this is Capone. He is one of the clients at the grooming salon. Since the Maryland SPCA's Festival for the Animals is virtual this year and we are unable to have vendors, we decided that it would be a good idea to give you some quick and dirty grooming tips that you can do at home. You can go on the festival website at festivalfortheanimals.org. Please donate, and if you donate today, your impact will be doubled and more animals will be helped. So Gail, can you tell us why it's so important to have regular maintenance in between grooming appointments?
Just like us, we cannot go for 6 months, 6 weeks, even a week without combing our own hair. So combing your dog's hair is the same thing. We do not want them to get matted. If they do get matted, then it's very bad for them. It gets tight, it hurts them, they chew on it, they can cause sores.
I can imagine too that the tighter the knots and mats in a dog's fur, the longer it takes and the more troubling it is for them when they actually have to go to the salon.
Yes, and in most cases we have to shave them, which the dogs really aren't a fan of.
Are there specific combs or brushes that work better for some dogs than others that people can purchase themselves at stores?
For a dog with hair like Capone's, a fine-tooth comb is the best to use. Going down to the skin and combing out is always the best to get the mats out. When we brush our dog, we brush the top, we feel the top, it feels nice and smooth. It is the bottom next to the skin where the mats start. So it is very important to use a fine-tooth comb and go from the skin out. Most dogs are not gonna like that, so if you start slow and do a little bit more at a time, then they'll eventually become fans.
So this is definitely something that you should do regularly to get your dog comfortable with it so they don't hate it so much.
Yes, and if a dog has to be shaved, the problem is people think they don't have to comb their dogs in between when the dogs are really short. The best time to start them in a comb is when they are short because they get used to the feeling of the comb, and then as the hair grows longer, it's not as traumatizing for them.
That makes a lot of sense. At home, you could use really good food or, peanut butter in a Kong, and then the dogs start to associate the really good things that they like with the feeling of the brush, right?
Yes, and that does make our job easier, and it's less stressful for them when they do come into the salon.
What about dogs that do have shorter hair that don't really need to get groomed so much with clippers? So is it valuable for dogs like bully breeds or labs to also have this process at home?
Using a comb on dogs that shed helps to minimize the shedding of a dog. When they're blowing their coats, taking a comb to them helps them to not go back and chew on the areas where the hair is the thickest.
So you said blowing their coat. What does that mean? Do all dogs blow their coat?
No, just dogs that have an undercoat blow their coat. Brushing it out is an option. Blowing it out with a high-force blow dryer also is a very good option after their bath.
So you're talking about the dogs like Huskies and Shepherds that
Labs.
have those big clumps.
Labs get undercoated around their hind ends and around their necks. A lot of people don't think that they have hair that blows out that way, but they do.
So it definitely seems like it's pretty valuable for everybody that has a dog to practice this maintenance at their house. How often do you recommend that people bring their pets into a salon to get professionally groomed after doing this maintenance at home?
Well, that is a personal preference on the owner. Some dogs have to come in every 2 weeks to keep their style that they have. Some people like to come in every 6 to 8 weeks. Others like to come in once every 3 months. It just depends on what kind of a haircut they're keeping.
What is the furthest that you feel like you can push it for a dog, like a Bernedoodle,
no more than 6 weeks for a Bernedoodle, because that is when they start to get matted. And once they start to get matted, even though you think you can get them out at home, mats spread like wildfire from the skin out, and then it all becomes one piece.
Maryland SPCA believes that every animal deserves to be treated with compassion and care. At Certified CIO, we help organizations establish clarity in their technology needs, then facilitate projects and systems management to meet those needs. We support the Maryland SPCA through our philanthropy and support to help them meet their 150-year-old mandate to find families for animals to love unconditionally help their families relax, and provide happiness and joy.
So at Hair Off the Dog, it always seems like you're very busy. Is there a specific reason or a business method that you follow that makes the dog so excited to come to you every morning?
We go on a dog-by-dog basis. We take the dogs in, we give them a bath. If they seem like they're struggling a little bit with the blow dryer, we will turn the blow dryers down. We will take our time and we will take longer on the dog, just so that we don't stress them out, make them anxious, and make them not want to come back.
So it sounds like you're really taking the animal's consent into account. If they are anxious on the table and they're struggling, you can put them down and let them relax and play with their friends for a little bit before you pick them back up.
Most dogs do not like to have their nails done. I always do my dog's nails with another person to hold them while I do the nails. It comforts them more than putting a slip lead on them and trying to struggle to get away while I am trying to do nails. I Dremel all my dog's nails so that they can get further down without clipping the quicks.
Nice. So do you find that the Dremel works better than the nail trimmers to be able to get them smoother and shorter?
Yes, I can get nails much shorter with the Dremel, and I can smooth them so that when I hand the dog back to their owner, they're not getting scratched up.
I hope that you learned a lot with these grooming tips. If you liked this segment, please like and subscribe below and see the rest of our Lunch and Learns in the future.